Hi guys, welcome to the Jason Capson channel, and today's review is of Greg Doucette. His YouTube channel has 1.23 million subscribers. Greg Doucette, I've known Greg Doucette, or I've known of Greg Doucette. I guess I know Greg Doucette. Known him for quite a while from the bodybuilding world. I was a coach of a large team in the Maritimes, and Greg also had some athletes, so our athletes competed together. I've met him, I've talked to him briefly. Basically everybody in the Maritimes knows who Greg Doucette is from a coaching standpoint, from a bodybuilding standpoint. There's very few professional bodybuilders in the Maritimes. There's very few bodybuilders that have their pro cards, and Greg Doucette has his pro card. So of course we all know him. Anybody that was in the bodybuilding world knows who Greg Doucette is. And the Greg Doucette that I knew was the guy that was a pretty good coach. He was clearly a very good bodybuilder and kind of made his name in the Maritimes, at least, as a bodybuilding coach. Now, fast forward. He started doing these YouTube channels. He's been doing them for years. Most of the YouTube channels in the beginning, you can check back and look at the videos. Most of them were about his powerlifting days, talking about his coaching days, and then he talked a lot about steroids and gear and peds and things like that. A lot of SARMs and just he really talked a lot about chemicals and bodybuilding in particular, and how to make the most out of I guess out of the chemicals, out of the steroids. And he made a name for himself doing that. He made a name for himself by being the YouTube expert on steroids. And it was all based on his experience. I mean, he wasn't telling people to go and do it. He wasn't telling people, to go out and buy them and things like that. And it's well documented. Everybody knows he talked about it, that he did get into some legal trouble in the past with bringing in steroids. And I have my own thoughts with regards to that. And I think to be honest with you, I think it's foolish that steroids are classed in the same category as heroin. I think it's a little silly, but it is what it is. Having said all of that, I think that Greg Doucette is very, very, very knowledgeable when it comes to chemicals, when it comes to PEDs, when it comes to SARMs, when it comes to any type of anabolic steroid or anything that's going to help you chemically. I think he's an expert at that stuff. I think if you're a bodybuilder, and there's a lot of information on his channel with regards to that. Now, he didn't make his name on his channel from that. He had some videos that went up, and it was all good. And mostly, like I said, for hardcore bodybuilders for the most part, and bodybuilders who needed more information about chemicals in particular. But then he started talking about celebrities, natural or not. He would talk about people like, is this person natural or are they not natural? And some of his videos went viral. Some of the things, it just exploded and took off. And I have to say that Greg Doucette is an absolute genius. Like, let's just call it what it is. He's an absolute genius for finding his niche and for really kind of running with it. He really is. Now, if you're not, he can be loud, he can be annoying, he spits sometimes. I think some of the best videos he's ever done are the ones with him and Ali. They did a review on I don't know, it was a rap song or WAP or WAP or whatever it was called. And it was absolutely hilarious. It was literally one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. I think he and Ali really have some good energy together. And you know what? He's been very successful in what he does. Now, if you're not into that loud, aggressive, sometimes really annoying, aggressive kind of personality, then this is probably not the channel for you. But in my opinion, I give props where props, I give props where it's due. And he has managed to find a niche. He doesn't take himself too seriously. Like he does know his stuff. There's no doubt about that. Nobody can deny that. He does know his stuff. Sometimes he goes off on tangents. A lot of times he goes off on tangents, and he's done a great job. His recipe book, I've got to say some of the recipes, and again, I haven't bought the book. I'd gladly take one if he sends me one. But the book itself, I have a recipe book that I put out as well for some of my athletes and for the general public as well. But I have to say that the recipes from his recipe book are good. They're good recipes. They're really, it's really well done. And I know that he took his time and really put together something good there, and the second version of it. And I know he's now selling his own line of supplements. And the one thing I will say about Greg Doucette is he is a perfectionist. He really is a perfectionist and wants things done right. He was a good coach. I think my team beat him a lot, though. If I had to be honest, our athletes were just, at the time, our athletes were really doing incredibly well. And there wasn't a lot of other coaches that had a team like we did, at least in the Maritimes. It's not to say that, he wasn't a good coach. He's a great coach. But we were just a better team, and we won a lot more titles than he did at the time. That's nothing against Greg himself. Again, great coach, great athlete, incredible athlete, really, and very, very knowledgeable. Again, there's a lot of stuff that he offers on his channel that for the hardcore bodybuilder, I think there's a lot of information there. And I think there's a lot of good information there for people who are looking at, whether it's TRT, whether it's SARMs, whatever the case may be. If you're looking into chemicals, he's probably one of the leading experts on YouTube with regards to that. His Natty or Not videos are hilarious. He does provide a lot of entertainment. I think some of the videos, I've seen some of the videos that he's had up with his neighbors and having issues with his neighbors. I'm not sure about those videos, but with regards to his where he stays in his lane, he's very, very good. I mean, if I look at some of the videos just now, obviously this last week, it was all about the Olympia. And, he obviously has a voice, and it comes from he's a promoter, he's a coach, he was a judge, he knows what a good body looks like. He knows what professional bodybuilders should look like. He knows what the judges are looking for. So again, I think his videos are good from that standpoint. He did a lot of videos in the last 2 weeks, or the last week, I should say, with regards to the Mr. Olympia, very obviously focused on that because it was on point. I've noticed lately that he is doing a lot of shorts. He's doing more of the shorts videos, which is basically a TikTok version for YouTube, and giving his opinion on people's body fat levels and how Coach Greg loses Squid Game. He's got some good stuff on there. I find he's hilarious. I think he's actually really, really funny, really entertaining. But again, if you're looking for basic stuff, there's probably not a whole lot in here. This is more for entertainment and definitely for more advanced bodybuilders and even professional bodybuilders. It's really for that. Again, it's not necessarily for people that are looking for the basics. There's a lot of information here, and he does put out a video, at least one a day. So he's very, very active when it comes to his YouTube channel. I'm just looking at this right now, and I can see the last bunch of videos. He's got easy apple cinnamon protein muffins full video. That's fantastic. His females on Anavar, gives a review of Anavar and talks about female issues when they're on Anavar, which is an anabolic steroid. He talks about his predictions for the Mr. Olympia, sleep aid, unexpected side effects. So that's his new supplement that he's given a kind of a review on, and so on and so on. Like I said, there's a lot of good stuff on here. Peanut butter or peanut butter, blind taste test. Don't tell Abby Chris Bumstead's insane diet. Cancel open bodybuilding. Arnold just played a reverse Uno card. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. He really focuses on a lot of topics that are hot at the moment, and runs with it with his little twist on, and gives his opinion on everyone and everything. So if you're not into opinion-based, I guess kind of like what I'm doing here with him, I'm giving my opinion on the channel. And anyway, so the channel's good. There's a ton. There's over 1,500 videos on here. So he does a lot. He's very, very active. And like I say, he's got 1.2 million subs. And again, I'm not sure where they're all coming from or what they're there for. His tagline is Greg Doucette, health, strength, passion. He does have a lot of passion. I'm not sure about the health side of it. I think it's more focused on bodybuilders and steroids and chemicals and things like that. That's the primary focus of his channel. Natural, natty or not, a lot of steroid reviews, a lot of chemical reviews and things like that. But it's not, he does know his stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, that's the channel for you. I would give his channel a 4 to 5. He's a little, I have some energy, but I look like I'm in a coma compared to him most of the time.
Before you watch this freaking video, like it! Like the button right now! A zero water. Have I ever said I'm a doctor? I keep saying I'm not a doctor. DEXA scans are not accurate. So this is the holy grail body testing. Tell them, work harder. How hard? Harder than you worked. How many reps have failed? Harder. Just go harder. Stop it. Harder. More effort. More intensity. Go freaking. What is my I am not a doctor. I'm a kinesiologist. Wait, you're wrong. Contradict yourself. You stupid. He's extremely good looking. I am not making this shit up. You can just deadlift a car and throw a rock over the moon and back, and you can run the 40 in 4.1 seconds, right? We all know that because you wrote it down. He sounds like that parrot from Aladdin. I care so much about telling them they're morons. What the hell's wrong with that guy? Oh, geez. I went through puberty at like 11. If you think that just because somebody's better, that it makes them smarter, well, I can't defend that. I can't argue against that. You're just a moron, and no matter what I say, you're gonna be still, always, and forever will be a moron. 4 weeks to get shredded. Come on.
He goes off the charts, which is actually interesting because he's really not that energetic when you meet him in person. He's actually a little more subdued, which is interesting. But again, that was many years ago. Things change, people change. But I think he's doing fantastic. I think he's done an incredible job of building his audience. People love him, people hate him. They obviously have an opinion one way or another. And the good thing is, he doesn't care. He just does what he does, and he's a pretty good guy. Like I say, he knows his stuff, and I think he's doing a great job on YouTube. So check out Greg Doucette, Doucette, by the way, for those who are looking for the right spelling. Check out his channel if you're looking for some entertainment, some reviews, some chemical help, and much more. So check it out, Greg Doucette on YouTube. Take care, guys.